Okay, so here's the insides of our little film here.
Yeah, welcome to the inner workings of Meet Mr. Wright, the dual director commentary.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. How did we come up with the idea for this originally?
I remember, yeah, it's been a while. I remember we were talking, you were in London at the time, we were talking on the phone about the projects we were working on, and I think you and I had both said how much we admired each other's work and how we wanted to work together.
Sure.
And we were kind of both in a parallel phase in our careers where we really wanted to reveal to the audience sort of the inner workings, sort of the movie magic of the film process, and we wanted to do a documentary style piece or something.
Yeah, right. Definitely, we were both into that behind the scenes thing, and I think then we decided kind of reveal that to the viewer, see what's going on the inside there, and I think we kind of took it around town like that.
Right. So we pitched around town, went to a couple studios. We wound up at Paramount, right?
Right. Sherry
Lansing.
Yeah. She showed
hot.
interest. Yeah.
She was hot on the idea, and she was willing to cut us a fat check, actually.
Yeah. Except remember at the time that we didn't have the feature to make the making of documentary about. That was the kind of the key ingredient.
We didn't actually have a movie to make a movie of the making of about.
Right.
So that's when we holed up in that hotel in Barbados with a bottle and said we're going to write a script.
Right. Okay, so then, we had the feature script completed. It took a little while.
What was that, 6 months, I think?
It took a little while.
But a room service bills.
But we had a great script at that point.
Yeah, it was very strong. I think we both felt very strongly about it.
And I think, we felt we had this huge backing from the studio at the time, and we thought, let's go big with this. We're in this for the money anyway.
Absolutely. And, one thing that always makes both of us sick is the whole disingenuous attitude of, we're creating art.
Yeah.
I don't think you can sit down and consciously create art.
Hey, let's make some art today.
Yeah, exactly. No, you can sit down and say, we're going to make money.
Right.
And that's what we did. And if you accidentally make art on the way, so be it.
Yeah, no harm
So
done.
we sat down to make some money, and we had the script, and we took it to her.
Right, and the problem was now we came back, we had, at first we had the huge budget, no script. We come back with this great script, and now all of a sudden the money's gone.
Right. I don't know why they took the money away.
I don't know either.
If it was the script or
all the time.
Maybe they thought because they wanted to give us the money to do the making of instead of.
Yeah, I don't know.
They never really explained it. It was one of those gray area, we would like to eat lunch with you again sometime, but not at this.
Not right now. In fact, we'll call you when we're ready to do it.
So we were kind of left out in the lurch, I guess, and that's when we realized that we still wanted to do a making of, but it was just going to have to be the making of something a little shorter.
So we pretty much revamped our approach then, and we pretty much spent so much money. We had a little money left, if I remember right, but after our cuts, there was going to be very little left for talent.
After we paid ourselves, there wasn't a lot of above the line money left. Or below the line.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of money. So we took 110 pages out of the 125 page script.
Yeah, we really streamlined the script.
Cut it down.
And it was interesting because remember at the time we wrote it, we were in it for the money, and at the time Sixth Sense had done really well.
Right, it was huge.
Yeah. And so we wanted to do something that had that same sort of really sucking the audience in and then really turning on them at the end.
That powerful ending. And we knew we had that in our script, so kind of what we felt like we would have to do is we had to leave that in there, so we just took everything else out.
Pretty much, and left that twist.
Right, and hopefully you get, a few minutes of story and then a huge twist, and it still has that impact, but yet it's a lot leaner.
Right, and in fact, you just mentioned the other day that you still think our version is as good as the Sixth Sense.
I think it's better.
Yeah.
I think it's better.
Me too.
But one thing that the budget brought up that was a real challenge, there's a lot of people out there talking about digital video, and we were originally going to shoot it on film.
Of course, we're going to do it on film, and we always had worked in film. I think we both hated video, if I remember right.
I hate video. Yeah. I hate video.
And, there was this new digital video that everyone was talking about. We didn't want anything to do with it, and then when we realized how cheap it was, we figured this is the way to go.
Right, and there have been a lot of pat on the backs for being, cutting edge and
one of the first digital video documentaries and all that.
Let's tell you a little secret. It was strictly a means to an end.
It was an economic decision all the way.
Exactly.
Yeah, so again, when it came to talent, we really had no budget to work with, and so we figured, well, there goes all the name actors we were thinking about at the time, and we pretty much were going to have to go for, undiscovered talent, which there's a lot of. There's a lot of it, particularly on Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah.
So we thought about how to find actors that didn't, necessarily have talent that was easy to identify that maybe we could bring out, but then we heard about
Michael.
We heard about Michael Pearson, and he had a reputation as being a very driven actor that absolutely was so committed to his art that he refused to be paid.
Right. Intense method actor, and I don't even remember how we got in touch with him because he's so hard to get a hold of.
I think we tracked him down at a coffee shop. But
something like that.
The fact that he refused to be paid, I think that was a flag right there that said, "This is our guy."
This is our guy. You're right.
Whenever you want. Okay. Oh, I got it. I give it.
And the thing that was amazing about it was, you're in this situation and you know that you've committed to somebody with all this integrity, and you have very little time to rehearse, and he demanded that he take as much time as he needed to rehearse and to get into character while we're on the set, generators running, engines running, cell phones active. And I mean, it was,
parking meters running.
Yeah, getting moved by meter maids and security guards constantly, since we were doing it all guerrilla style with no permits. And boy, that was quite an experience working with him under those conditions and his sort of demanding perfectionist artistic persona.
He was a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, he was a pain in the ass.
Mike, look directly in the camera. Action. Action. Okay. Mike, look directly in the camera. Action.
Yeah, and then we were still looking for some more money. We were
always short on money.
We were a little short, and we needed some more completion funds.
Right, and we thought of the idea of doing the traditional, product placement, which is pretty trendy these days in Hollywood. And we went around to a lot of companies. Everybody. And we got turned down pretty much, which, it always surprised me, because you give these multinational, mega corporations a chance to be seen by literally hundreds or thousands of people with their products for small, a couple $100,000 or $1 million seed money, in some small short DV film, and they don't want to do it. And I don't understand why.
And a lot of people thought they were turning us away because it wasn't a feature, but I always thought commercials are short.
Exactly. I mean, this is 15 minutes. That's a lot of commercials.
That's a lot of commercials.